As you can see, we have a really moody light here during the polar night season, and soon we are closing into the shortest day. But if it's cloudy like this, what we have now, it used to be only 4 to 5 hours daylight, which is as much as you see here. It can be a little bit lighter. Stay tuned, I can show you in this video later on. And it's always nice to make it cozy at home, so I never use so much bright light at home. As you see behind me, I dim the lights down to have a nice mood during the day. I have to make some space before the snow is getting compact while I'm stepping on it, so it will be very much harder to remove. It should be way more appreciated to enjoy the view more often, to get outside and not sit always inside in the mornings. As you see behind me, it's just amazing. Just so quiet and calm. And if you're lucky, we might also see some animals in front of the house. Used to be otter, eagles, hare. It's a Norwegian term, Scandinavian term. It's no translation for it. It's like a big rabbit. If you're not careful, the snowblower is eating up things which you shouldn't hit. Well, as you see, the water has found its new ways again, so I had to dig a little bit because everything was flooding over again. It's a bit annoying, but I will find solutions to this. It's always some hours of work to clear the snow, but this is how it is to live here in the Arctic Polar Circle. And you see it's still snowing. I used to wait normally until it stops snowing, but I also would like to use the daylight. Oh, it's just a beautiful view. It's never getting boring. It's always changing, even if you have the same mountains here. And how could it be better when it's snowing and you don't have rain? As you have seen in my previous videos how I built this house, and the goal is to maintain the cabin feeling in the entire home. As many people have in Norway, they have a house, they have a RV, camper van, a boat, cabin and one house. And I wanted to avoid this, to keep everything into one place. It's also a matter of the costs, because when you have to need a really big loan, and everything has gotten so expensive those times, so it wouldn't be affordable anyway. And in my case, I don't need it. So I would like to feel in my home like I'm always on holiday and have a really nice mood all the time. That's why I have a camper van project, and this I invested a little bit more to have a cabin on 4 wheels. And as you know, this is the best way to discover Scandinavia. So you can see it from different sides, what is needed, what is not needed. Everyone can also live a little bit minimalistic and just go buy a tent. But as you know, here in the northern Scandinavia, in Arctic Circle, the weather can be really challenging. And sitting in the tent in the middle of a storm, it's quite a bit, can be dangerous and can be really boring. Or it can be your adventure of life. It's depending on from which perspective you see it. So we have now since September quite a lot of bad weather, and it's still continuing. We have now December, and it's the 12th of December. It's soon Christmas, and as you know, it's not always easy, especially with the polar night season and the dark times here behind me. How much daylight we have. It's nearly 12 o'clock, so it's 11:58 a.m. This also makes it really special to live here in northern Scandinavia, and I'm happy to share it with you. You see over there and down here has been coming some snow and earth down, and that's why they closed the road. Here you see the old wall from earlier settlement, which has been flushed into the ocean by a huge snow avalanche. Sometimes I just have to force myself to getting in better routines. As you know, we have a polar night season and we don't have so much daylight. And I'm way too disciplined with my projects and thinking way too much. So that I'm sometimes ending up at home and have no motivation, don't know what to do. So it's important to keep up the routines. Look how nice it is outside. This is Stortinden, really nice mountain. It's about 1,100 meter high. It's one size. The rest is so good. It's keeping warm, but also you have a lot of humidity really fast, so it's important to vent it out. So this sign is translated to English: closed in the landslide bay because of avalanche. Well, it's pretty safe for me now. I think there will not come anything down as everything has settled down. So we just have a short walk and see how the memorial stone is looking like. Wheel tracks. So there has been some people driving through this section. So there's still one house left, the remaining standing house. And there are actually people living there. So you see the footprints here. Here we're standing at the memorial stone. The 13 people has lost their life. It was in 1956. We have 2 p.m. It's a little bit darker when you see it on my footage, as the iPhone is making it a little bit lighter. But now the real mood of the polar night season is settling in. Half past 2, and now it's pretty dark again. You know, I used to make jokes with pølser in Norway. It's sausage, but I used to call it the national dish. It's you can get them everywhere, on the gasoline stations, on the airports, careless where you are. And they are lamb, this one. So just to make it easy food today, as I have to do some stuff, and standing several hours in the kitchen is not always good. It's not vodka, it's just water with ice. Yeah, and sometimes just sitting here and editing a video for you may take sometimes 2 hours, maybe 6 hours, or maybe several days. It depends what kind of video I'm making and sharing with you.
Look at this. It's beautiful, but it's also doing me a lot of work again. I have to. But it is how it is in the north.